What is going on, you ladies and gentlemen? We're just having the usual some issues working through audio here. I think my mic is working and hot. I'm dropping it a bit, and I'm also going to the settings and messing with it there. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and kick this off. What is going on, y'all? I'm Frank, KG5AHJ, and I'm watching the mic level. We got an awesome show coming up for you, me and Izzo so far, and I guess the rest is going to join us here in a bit. But as always, we're going to play that awesome intro video.
Quick shout out to all my Patreons who makes the show possible. You can support me by joining Patreon in the link below. And on to Tank Radio!
I'm so sorry, Izzo, man.
It's okay. I still got a full cigar.
What are you smoking today, man?
This is the Tata Y Conjun Anniversary 2021.
2021? Nice.
Yes. They also have a 2015 that I like. I think, obviously, I'm going to say it's probably been aged longer. So, you know what I found out yesterday, Frank? I'm at my cigar lounge. I'm talking to the owner. And I go around the Humidor sometimes. I want to try something different. Or I haven't had one stick in a long time compared to another stick, right? And he said to me, start pointing out the things you like. So he says, instead of going for Nicaraguan or Honduran or a Dominican, he suggested let's start talking about the leaf. So we know there's two leaves I like, a Corojo leaf and a Sorojo leaf. And sure enough, I noticed the different blends. Everything, a lot of cigar makers are blending now. So you know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of Nicaraguan in there, you get a little bit of Dominican, whatever. We know aging is part of the equation. I don't want to do math on stream, but we know that, right?
Yes, sir.
But I have found my two wraps that I like are providing me the flavor that I think I like.
Nice.
And it was very interesting. So I've been smoking some Christophs that I never would have gone to, and now all of a sudden I like because of the different wraps that they use that I like inside their wheelhouse of cigars. I didn't know if you've ever had the chance to look at what you're smoking. Like, I know you like the New Worlds, but like, what else do you like?
Well,
what else do you like?
The New Worlds is a good cigar. I've gone up to their, I almost grabbed it today, but I skipped over it. It was Enclave. Enclave is the more full body. I like a very full body, pungent, kick you in the mouth cigar.
Me too. So do I.
So right now I'm smoking Surrogates Animal Cracker.
Never heard of it. Okay.
It's not as full body. It's described as a full body, but it's not a full body cigar that I'm kind of looking for. That Tahawane that you're smoking now is a very good cigar. I really do enjoy that one.
Now, you also need to be pairing your cigars with whatever you're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Where me, it's not as critical, I would think. That's my guess, and I'm no expert here.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna pair, although they do say just do smoke and drink whatever you want. Who cares what the big people say.
Mm-hmm.
But
It doesn't
hey,
matter what you're smoking. It doesn't matter what you're drinking, as long as we're doing it together and as
and
brothers.
enjoy it. Yeah. So SKT asked me, can I build my own custom mix? Is there someone that will let you do that? There is a cigar store north of me that rolls his own. I'm not sure
Ooh.
where he gets his tobacco. I'm not sure where he gets his leaf. So I can't choose, but his blends are very unique. He names them after his family members,
Mm-hmm.
and I do like them. But I've never been to a place where, hey, I'll take like a Subway. We'll treat it like a Subway. We'll start over here at the counter and we'll work our way down. And I don't think I want to do that because this stuff is aging. I want it to age.
Mm-hmm.
I like a cigar, except for this one. But normally, the cigars that sit for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years in aging,
Mm-hmm.
I find are from my palate are a better smoke for me versus a 2 year old that's been sitting there.
Yes, and also there is a good secondary age that you can do if you just leave the cigar in your own humidor for a
True.
month or two, especially sometimes that. Hey man, yes, thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. This here is Bullet, and I think it was Tim who purchased it through the Buy Me a Beer. And if you send me money and give me a bourbon, I will, or a suggestion for a bourbon, I'll definitely pick that up.
Hey
Um,
Frank, he mentions. Hey Frank, real quickly. Bradley mentions the Buffalo Trace. Now you know
yes,
me. I'm not a bourbon whiskey guy, but a vast majority of the guys in our lounge love that Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace
There
is
is.
a pretty good whiskey. I really do enjoy it. I really do like it. Um, I'm moving you around a little bit trying to get the scene right. There we go. Um, to be honest, though, I think it's a little popular and a little bit young
Mhm.
as far as a bourbon. And I like a more mellow bourbon, and I'm not going to say blended because they do that in scotches, but Four Roses is an awesome bourbon. There's a lot of complex notes in Four Roses, and I really do like Four Roses. There's a $20 bottle that won't put you out of house and home, and it is a very excellent bourbon, and that's my go-to everyday drinker.
Now, do you? I'm gonna pull a number out of this guy. So you said your $20 are good every day, every couple of day kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to a $60 bottle and you used that for special occasions or something of that type, would you do that, or would you say there's nothing in the $60 range? I'd rather go to the 80 or 100 or what?
Hands down,
Like
I'll
what?
jump to a $60 bottle for special occasions. I usually bring a $60 bottle for when we do all the meetups and everything. The Four Roses single barrel for $60, very good bourbon, very good. I got a super chat here real fast. Ham Radio Fun with KO4 PDI. Thank you for the super chat. He says, hi, doing an ISS pass tonight at 8:20 Eastern, man. That's awesome. Thank you, man.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
Excellent.
we got Frank joining us. There we go.
Woohoo!
I think we could do the trio. Nope, I need to fix that scene. I'll fix it in a minute. And Don, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I do appreciate that so much. You can also join me. I didn't say this on Google, just memberships. There's a memberships button below. But yeah, $60 bottle, Four Roses, hands down. They're that one. If you can find it, this is a little higher now. Eagle Rare is my bottle of bourbon that I love.
Now, what do you do for cigars now? Let's follow that. What do you do for cigars?
Mm.
What's your range for every day and then for special occasions? Have you established that yet?
The everyday cigar, which I'm going to bring some, Nica Rustica. That is a $8 cigar, full body, and I forgot the make. And that is a beautiful full body cigar. You really taste peppery notes. You taste the earth and the leaves in it. And since it is a very bold cigar, that's the right word. You're able to taste all the flavors in it. And when you're drinking bourbon with it, then you can taste the bourbon and the cigar also. Because the more mild cigars, I lose when I'm drinking bourbon. I lose the flavor. I lose the smoke, and that's why I'm a full body.
See, my $8 cigar is a PDR,
Mm-hmm.
but anything between $8 and $12, there's a lot of great cigars for $8 to $12.
And
If I really,
mm-hmm.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, finish your thought, please.
Okay. So for my palate, there's a lot of good $8 to $12 cigars. There's so my father's line, the Camacho line, the Christoph line, the New World, the
Mm-hmm.
Inch, J.C. Newman's Inch. Smoke them all day long. Love them. Love them. Even some LFDs,
Mm-hmm.
which is on the opposite end of the spectrum for me. I like it. Um, the Leaf by Oscar Melendez. I think I'm messing his name up. It's called The Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that Sorojo wrapper is an incredible smoke for me. Now, special occasion, I'm gonna go to my Tatawai, my
Mm-hmm.
Grand Cone June. I think that's an $18 cigar, $20 cigar. It's a boutique cigar. And then the Plasencia, I think, which is a couple dollars more. But man, it's just it's again, it's aged longer. There's no perfections. There's no, not that I found a lot of perfections. I find them every once in a million, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just a true and true great cigar. That Plasencia 149. I love that. There's
It's,
a 6x60, I think it is 6x70. It's like an octagon
mm-hmm.
kind of a shape. A
a,
little
ci-
different.
a cigar I love. I got it right here. Is the Padron 1000 series. I say 1000 series because they have a 3000, 4000, 5000, and maybe a 7000. But each thousand is the same cigar, same leaf, same wrap, but is usually longer. And I think in the 7 it's a wider wing gauge. But this is the cigar that got Mike on his cigar journey. I see your
Nice.
questions. I'll be right back to them. This was my everyday go-to cigar at the cigar bar, but in the last year or two, the prices have gone up to it. Now it's about a $12 cigar. Still, very good cigar, but I'm not going to start grabbing that for my everyday smoker. Now, this is a new cigar that they occasionally have. This is Red Meat Lovers. And this is their Flame Mignon edition. This is a $16 cigar, which I'm saving to smoke at Dayton. This one is supposed to be, I think, mid to full. So when I'm smoking it, when we do our afternoon lunch, probably Friday, and we kind of just hang out, this will be, not be drinking bourbon. So this will be a good full or a mid to full cigar that I hear is amazing, and I can't wait to get to it.
Do
Um,
you have do
mhm.
you have one cigar that if you're gonna like walk around the property, if you're gonna just, cut the grass, as compared to one that you're just gonna sit and enjoy? Have you
the
have you done that yet?
that Nica Rustica cigar. That is a $8 cigar, which I can put it down. It goes out. If it stays out too long, I don't mind just chunking it,
Right.
and that would be a good cigar to smoke. So sometimes I like smoking and working, but when you do that, you're not really having the time to really enjoy the smoke. It's just there to do something else extra, and that is my go-to for that.
I do that with my diesel cigars. My diesels, I do that a
Hmm.
lot with. Um, I've done it before with the inch, but the inch to me again is such a great smoke, or the Camacho.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sit and enjoy it. I'm gonna sit and throw on some YouTube. I'm gonna watch some YouTubers. I'm gonna go, put on one of the streaming services and binge something that I probably watched, two or three, four, 5,000 times already, but I can still relax and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be on Clubhouse for 3 hours with it.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm. Before we get to you, Frank, let's just go back to the chat here. Arnold says he had a Bourbon of rye for me whiskey. He brought it to Huntsville, but didn't see me. Hope to catch up at Dayton next week. I'm going to say the best time to see me would be, I think, the Toads get together at lunch. I'm going to try to guarantee you my best to be there for that meetup at Toads on Dayton. Dayton's so big, and it's hard to find everyone you want to see, but that's going to be the place. I'm going to do my best to be there at noon. Don, what cognac do you prefer? I don't really drink cognacs, man. I couldn't even tell you what cognacs are out there. Paul, Ham Radio Prep. Speaking of beverages, I haven't had that yet, man. That's so nice, and I haven't found the time to really open it and enjoy it. I'm not going to drink it here on stream because I usually, overindulge and I don't really enjoy the beverages. But I am thinking about having a meetup for all the YouTubers here in the DFW area and just smoke cigars and hang out in the back porch, and I'll probably open it during then. We'll let everything calm down through the Hamfest, though. Any other questions? Don, don't smoke either. All I know is C++ sucks. Love you, Don. Love you. And I think that gets to the bottom there. Frank, man, what's going on? Are you planning to come out to Dayton?
Unfortunately, no. How's my audio, first off? Is it good? At least for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. That's the important part. No, I'm not coming out to Dayton. Don't have the time off or the energy to try and take the time off. But we'll see what happens later on in the year. Not too much going on. I have a video coming out that features a ham tuber that we all know and love. If you caught Josh's after chat last night, you know exactly who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming out Tuesday ahead of Ham Radio Clubhouse because, us Tuesday night guys go before Izzo and all of them. Other than that, not much else going on. I'm enjoying the the Periwinkle pink tumbler. Yeah, that's the Jim Periwinkle pink, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. I got a couple photo activations out of the way this last week. Got K-Toads, which is the Toads club call sign, in the log in California this week, too.
Oh, rock on.
Hey, Frank, I was watching Josh's show. I was watching Josh's show last night. I didn't make it to the after chat.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was very interesting, and I really liked what he did. I'm going to send him an email just as from like an audience. Hey, here's my 2 cents. Do whatever you want with it. But it makes sense, and I think sometimes we need to reiterate it, especially for
Remind us what was Josh's show.
Okay, so he was talking about various coaxial cable,
Mm-hmm.
and one size does not fit all. It really doesn't, and especially for the new people. And there's always new people coming in. So as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing wrong with a refresher.
Nothing wrong about it at all.
And I like the fact that, again, do your homework. These manufacturers have made it very, very easy for us, and I like it. When you go to ABR, when you go to M&P, when you go to DX Engineering, the LMR, and first off, in my personal opinion, be careful what you buy through Amazon, because one cable is not the same. I would say, in my personal opinion, stick to the manufacturers, the higher end manufacturers. Yes, you may pay $1 or more or whatever, but you know what it's like? It's like good tires on your vehicle. Don't cheap out. You got this beautiful radio, whether it's for VHF, UHF, or HF. You spend anywhere from $300 to $5,000 on it. Don't ruin it by getting cheap. First off, use the feed line that's appropriate for the bands that you're going to use, the segments, okay? Because the same feed line that you use for UHF for your repeaters, your DMR, your D stars, your local communication is not going to be the same feed line that you're going to want to use for your HF bands. Okay, you go out into the field for POTA. Again, different lengths are going to be. Do your homework. It's not rocket science. Ask questions, but I think in the end, it starts to click. You know what I mean? And I have also found don't go crazy about a .385 versus a .389. The guy on the other end is not going to notice it. You're not going to notice it. You know what I mean? But be careful because there's a lot of. I saw with the power poles coming in. There was the power poles, then there was the imitation, what I call the imitation. I've seen it with hookup wire. And I didn't realize it because based on the copper value. Okay, so obviously less copper in the wire, cheaper price, which could be very attractive from a marketing perspective. You don't want to do that based upon various applications. So overall, I really, really liked what he did. He didn't go down any serious deep rabbit holes, I don't think, from what I saw. But it was a great information, especially for somebody who maybe just became a ham a month ago, maybe 6 months ago. Now that it's, we're in the month of May, guys are putting up antennas, taking down antennas, swapping this, swapping that. Who ran over the coax with the lawnmower? Whatever, you got to replace. You didn't bury it. You didn't bury it 10, 20 years ago. Personally, I like the M&P stuff because so much of it is direct burial right now. So now you just go into the garden, use a shovel or a spade, push that thing down 7, 8 inches. It goes down fair, at least in like my grass area, it goes down real easy. I'm burying everything now. There's no more of digging. I don't have to dig a 12 to 24 inch trench, put in the PVC pipe, run the feed line through the PZ. No, man, just stuff it in the grass and go. Stuff and go.
You saw.
I love it.
I buried my ground wire. I ran around the house. I buried it, and I buried all the lightning arresters. I'm sorry, not lightning arresters. Grounding rods into the ground because I did not want to worry about hitting them with a lawnmower or anything. I put the sprinkler covers for all the sprinkler cylinders around them, so I have instant access to them. I can check them to see if they're still tight. Put the cap back on and be fine. Jason, man, thank you for joining.
Oh, Jason's here. I'm sorry, I didn't see him.
Hey, yeah. Jason's secondary on this channel, right?
Does Jason help you on? It's like Jason like what you do on his show?
A little bit.
Not if I can help it.
So we were talking earlier in the stream, Jason. This is a good question for you too. Being a cigar man, a cigar connoisseur, what is your go-to everyday cigar I'm going to grab and smoke while I do something, or just your everyday cigar?
I would have traditionally said probably like a Padron 2000 or 3000. But lately, as in the last year or so, I would say those Charter Oak cigars that we got from Dave at VHQ Hex. Those have become the Robusto and the Corona sizes. Those have become pretty much my favorite smoke for something that's not like a $15 or $20 cigar. The Añejo, the Arturo Fuente Añejos, which only come out about once a year. You can order them online at various times of the year, but they come out locally about once a year. Those are usually only like $12 or $13 a stick. So it's not a $6 or $8 cigar, obviously, but it smokes just as good as like a $25 stick, in my opinion. So I would smoke that one. I don't smoke a cigar every day. I smoke a cigar once. In fact, it's probably been 2 or 3 weeks since I've had one right now. I probably smoke a cigar once a week at the most. So I would, if I could get a hold of enough Añejos, I would just smoke that one all the time. But those Charter Oaks, I was incredibly impressed with those Charter Oaks that Dave sent us. He gave me a bunch at Hamvention or at Hamcation last year, and then he sent me a box of them. And I went and bought another, and I smoked all those, and I went and bought another box of them myself because I liked them so well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right now, if I had to pick one, that would be it right now. And the Padron 2 and 3000 is still very good. You used to be able to buy those Padron 2000s at the Grapevine Cigar Shop for about $3.75 a stick.
You're absolutely right. Up here in Connecticut, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
They were.
yeah.
It was like a $5 stick.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think now they're like $6 or $7.
$6.
Yeah. I think now they're like $6.50, $7 a stick. But used to be you could get them for about just under $4 a stick, and I'm like, heck yeah, I'll smoke one every day. Why the hell not?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those Charter Oaks are quite nice. I really like those cigars.
And then second question is, what is your? I'm gonna sit down, enjoy the evening with my boys or with the door chick, your wife, on the patio, and really enjoy the cigar in the moment.
The Añejo would fit that bill as well. If you're talking about a poker game, which we used to do this quite a bit, the Arturo Fuente Quinones, which is like an 8-inch cigar, will last for like a 4 or 5 hour poker game, and those are quite tasty. So probably like a Padron 1926 or what's the other one? 1964, whatever it is.
1964. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. One of the Padron like a Padron 1926 or 1964. Or again an Añejo from Arturo Fuente. That's my favorite smoke ever. I've smoked $4 cigars and I've smoked $35 cigars, and those $12, $13 Añejos are the best smoke I've ever had, in my opinion. This is my favorite smoke.
You know, on this stream, next time I do a cigar social, I'm gonna have you forward the link to your brother, because he is a get up in the morning and smoke a cigar type of guy, man.
Yeah.
Every day when we're at More Expo, after he had his breakfast, he lit up a cigar. He would be a good answer for that.
Yeah. Oh, you should share his channel. He started to get so my brother came with us to the More Expo, and he's hanging out with like 6 or 7 of us. And he comes to me like after we all got there, we got camp set up and everything, and Tim Grayman Poda was there, and Freddie was there, and Rob was there, and they were all talking about cameras and stuff or whatever. And Chad, my brother's name is Chad, he comes to me, he's like, is everyone here a YouTuber? And I was like, yeah, we're all YouTubers. And he's like, huh, interesting. So he said, he made it a point to say that, well, a lot of people have asked me about my Jeep this week. Well, so like we get back from the More Expo, and like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days later, less than a week later, he texts me, he's like, so I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel.
Nice.
I'm like, okay. So he starts asking me a bunch of questions, and I send the chat to the guys in Discord, to Rob and Tim and Freddie and all those guys, and I'm like, this is what happens when you hang out with a bunch of YouTube ham radio miscreants. We've created a monster
And
here.
my first comment was, well, there goes your free time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So his channel is called 24 Wheelers. I don't know if you can share it in the chat, Frank.
Pull it up, and I think you're already a mod.
I probably can. Yeah, but it's about his 2-wheel motorcycle and his 4-wheel drive Jeep. So
Yeah.
it's not ham radio related, but it is like overland bike, that kind of thing related. So
Man,
I'll share it in there.
I give him a compliment off the bat. His first video, he had an intro video
Yeah.
on his first one.
It was too long. I told him, I was like, that intro's way too long. You need to shorten that. It was like 25 seconds long. I'm like, no. So anyway, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining, Jason. There, Mike.
I've got a story here in a minute, Frank. When you let me.
Yeah. Let me get to Mike, and I'll pull you back. Mike, man, how you doing? And what are you smoking tonight?
I'm doing well. I was making some changes to my packing arrangements because some things changed. And I had you guys on in the background talking about cigars, and I had just packed my cigars.
It must have been after the 11 minutes of no sound.
Oh, I heard all that too. Or heard and didn't hear it. So I looked at I've got these like Wi-Fi hygrometer things in my humidor. My humidity is way freaking high, so I opened the humidor and just I took the Boveda. I've got a 69% Boveda pack in there, and the humidity says like 77%. I don't know what the deal is, but I took the Boveda out, and I've got all the drawers pulled out, and they're just kind of letting it dehumidify a little bit, and moved around some of the cigars, kind of rearranged them, and I pulled out one of these terrible factory smokes. When I first started smoking cigars, I was like, these things are pretty darn good. They're like $3-4. They kind of suck now, but whatever. I got a bunch of cigars packed for the show. I intentionally brought a few. The majority are cigars that I haven't smoked before, so I'm going to force myself to smoke some of these.
So the question at the top that me and Izzo was going on about was, what is your everyday cigar that you just got to, not got to, but you're just going to grab while you work or do something, and something that you can smoke and enjoy but not really pay too much attention to?
Well, I don't really like grab a cigar and go do chores. But I mean, my go-to is the La Gloria Cubana Cigar Maduro. I mean, if you want just a cheap smoke, I mean, these factory smokes, they kind of suck, but they're not bad. These have actually been sitting in my humidor for, gosh, probably almost a year now. So they're maybe getting more seasoned. This one's actually burning halfway decent. Usually you've got to, I constantly fight to keep these things lit. But there's not a lot of consistency in these, and they're Drew Estates too, which, they make some good cigars. But yeah, I've got a lot of good ones in the humidor that I just I'm like, they're too good. I don't want to smoke them.
I know. Then
or the Padron 4000. I heard you talking about that earlier.
So the second question would be, what cigar is your? I'm going to enjoy this cigar and be with the boys and just enjoy the night. As I pour my second glass of whiskey. Oh, this is not going to be good for your stream, Jason.
I'm not doing a stream tonight.
Oh!
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm sure there's a lot of mothers watching.
Yeah. My mom watches. Hi, Mom!
I haven't had one yet, but I've got a Liga Privada number 9 in my humidor. I hear good things about that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a huge cigar guy yet. I don't know enough. I haven't been smoking cigars lately. The frickin' weather has just sucked. Like I'm sitting out on my porch. It's supposed to, Frank, you're in your garage. It looks like it's just crummy. Like I don't want to come out here and smoke cigars, but I just happened to be playing with my cigars and heard you guys talking. I'm like, damn it, now I want a cigar.
The amount of stuff I did to get the stream ready, and the first thing I did is get the audio right. I was like, good. And then I started messing with networking and Wi-Fi and routers to get the bit stream up to a decent rate. And yeah, it is. And then Izzo came on, and I had no audio from Izzo. Oof.
You know what? To really answer your question, I would probably say, because I haven't had the Liga Privada number 9 yet, the Camacho Triple Maduro. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Love that cigar. So hanging out with the boys, drinking some whiskey, some bourbon, scotch, whatever.
Mike, what color band is that? What color band is on that Camacho?
It's like black and silver.
Yeah, my guy doesn't have it. I go with the turquoise one. I like the turquoise one.
Yeah, that's not what the one I smoke.
Okay.
They have a freaking Camacho came out. I don't know if it's out, or I haven't looked for it, but I want to try it. It's like a triple Maduro, I think, but it's got a Connecticut broadleaf on it. And I think they came out with that, I don't know, sometime within the last year. But the Connecticut broadleaf is a really nice wrapper. I like that a lot.
Nice.
You guys were mentioning, a long cigar. I think Jason mentioned it earlier. There's two cigars that I've had. The LFD, and it's about an 8 by 80, and then Flathead has their 8 by 80. It's a true 3.5 hour, and just like with any cigar, how the stages of how it smokes and changes in taste is absolutely true. But it's kind of psychological after 2.5, 3 hours, and you're still holding the cigar, and you still got a lot to go through.
Wow.
You're still in the first third.
Even though you're still going to be sitting there wherever you are, it's just a psychological thing that I have found, as well as many others who I have smoked with, and we've all came to the same conclusion. Great smokes within them, within their own self, but the psychology of having a big boy like that is you got to just get past that psychologically. Don't let it ruin your smoke.
I just don't like those really big ring gauges.
I don't either.
That's It's just it's
where it breaks your jaw smoking it. You're like,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
this is probably like a 50. I think that's probably around 50, 52
50, 54,
about as big as I'd like to go.
Between the 52s and 54s are really.
Yeah.
I agree, and it's even the nubs. Like Jason, you were talking about a poker game. I find most guys in the poker games like the smaller nub. That's not dangling. They can still smoke, have a good one, but yet still be able to play cards. Especially some guys who don't like a cigar smell. It's a very interesting cigar that a lot of guys will go to.
Well, for the guys who don't like the cigar smell, you simply don't invite them to the poker game. Problem solved. I mean, like this is not a knitting class. This is a poker game.
I said that. Do you guys have a problem with anybody who lights up a cigarette while you're having a cigar?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. Not me either. But some guys don't like that, and it's like, well, then you should go smoke with your other cigarette guys.
All right, Jason.
No, I don't care.
What's your story, Jason?
So I drove up to the hunting lease today to get the trailer, and I knew this was going to be futile. Well, I didn't know it.
Oh.
But, yeah, it is a swamp.
So this is like a clubhouse stream now. 40 minutes into it, we're getting to the topic.
A swamp up there. So I got out. I got out and opened the gate, and I pulled it. And I put my truck in 4-wheel drive, and I pulled in. And as I'm turning the corner, the back of the truck, the truck I turn the truck, and it starts kind of going sideways like this. And I'm like, you know what? Probably should back up. So put it in reverse and come back out I got out just fine. And I walked all the way up to the trailer, and I got, I'm just slipping the whole time. I wore some old shoes and pants. I was like, I know I'm going to get muddy. It's no big deal. But, could not get the trailer out. Didn't even get the truck in. So, no trailer for Dayton.
Oh, no.
But I'm gonna rent one. Mike and I got on a Zoom call about an hour ago, and I'm gonna rent one. I'm gonna rent one in the Dayton area where I'm gonna pick it up, and so it's gonna be, as far as the most of us are concerned, it's not gonna change anything. But yeah, that was I grabbed my Starlink and I grabbed 2 chairs out of the trailer. So I have 3 chairs. I have 1 chair in my truck already. So I have 3 chairs instead of 5. I said 5 on the happy hour the other night. So I have 3 chairs, and I have the Starlink, and I'll bring my my 50-foot Gigaparts mast for the Meshtastic node we're going to set up, and I'm going to rent a trailer with an awning, and it'll have all that. But we won't have as many chairs as what I was hoping to have. But
I guess I'll bring this chair that I'm sitting in too.
Yeah, there you go. But you know what? It's I don't have to pull a trailer to and from. I'm going to pick it up right outside of Dayton and drop it off right outside of Dayton and drive home. So it'll be less gas money and faster times to get there. We won't have to drag a trailer. We won't have to stop as often for gas.
Okay.
Be able to do the speed limit.
Well, I was going to
Mike
offer
and
my Gazelle if you needed it, but it sounds like you figured it out.
Well, I have a Gazelle anyway, but no,
for
thank
Mike
you.
too.
But, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's just less chairs when you think about it.
Right.
And
yeah.
you'll be fine.
So instead of leaving tomorrow night like we had originally thought, Mike's going to drive up tomorrow night, and we're probably going to go to the cigar bar, Frank.
Okay.
And we'll leave out of here at the crack of yawn on Tuesday morning.
I have 3 chairs. Should I bring those to the cigar bar and contribute those to the cause?
If you don't mind them getting rained on.
No, not at all.
Okay, then yeah, sure.
Is it supposed to be
back of the truck?
Oh, just rained in the back of the truck.
It's gonna be raining at some point in time between the trip between here and Ohio.
Okay.
In fact, I think it's raining in Ohio right now, just like it is right here.
It's gonna be raining at the Hamfest.
Yes.
prepare for that.
Okay.
Yes.
I grabbed some tarps out of the attic and some bungee cords and paracord and stuff too. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because
Be
now
good.
I'm going to throw in my rain jacket. And
Right.
yes,
Yeah, bring rain boots, bring rain jacket.
Yes.
I guess we'll see. If it's too rainy, then we might not hang out at the campsite as much as what I like to do.
Usually do, yeah.
But you know, we'll play it by ear, see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm not bringing my my pop up tent either, or whatever the hell that thing is.
Or the
Canopy.
awning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever bring it to Dayton, do I?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't think you've ever brought it to Dayton.
We just used the awning from the trailer. And that
Right.
was it.
Yes. Yeah. We'll just use that again probably.
Hey, man, that we pivot all the time in amateur radio. That's the thing to do.
Yep.
Fortunately, we can drink inside the buildings at Hamfest.
Yes.
Maybe we'll just bring our chairs in and just sit and just make a little drinking area. Maybe where
Gigaparts. Let's do it in the middle of Gigaparts.
No, I'll tell you what. Let's
where KUB sets up.
let's go over to the Yezu booth and light up some cigars. And if anybody asks us, we'll just say John Crook allowed us to come in here.
There you go.
That works.
You know,
That works.
because
They're
what
right
are they
by
going
the
to say?
door,
They're going to be like, you know what? John probably did say that.
Yeah, right?
And there's
They're
a
right by
5
that
cent,
big bay door too, so no big deal.
Hey, and the Yezu booth is very nice because they put down their own carpet with that little padding on it, which is amazing to have. And and it would be very nice. And a couple of times, man, I kicked off my shoes and just walked or just moved my feet on it. It's like, oh my god, this feels so great. Especially after like the on the second day, close to the end of the second day, man, I'm like, my feet are killing me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is there any?
Well, the outfield should be nice and soft to walk on in the flea market.
Oh my god! Imagine that
Yeah,
flea
it'll be
market in
mud.
the rain.
Yeah.
Dude, we should get those little hover round scooters and have like a mud war battle
that'd be fun.
thing.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like Mario Kart kind of thing.
I totally forgot to suggest this, Mike. But me and you next year need to rent one of those scooters for the day and freaking joust with it with the mast, the telescopic mast, and just joust.
They're not gonna give y'all's deposit back.
You know, I don't have health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Then use a signal stick. Just use a signal stick.
Yeah.
Well, we know Mike will win
use
with
a
that.
use a signal stick on a pool noodle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But just imagine that you're going around, and I'm still going to do this. The line walk at the beginning of Friday is just huge and long, and I love walking the line and hearing everybody, take radio! If you see me in line, say, take radio! Plus, if you see me at the Hamfest, ask me for Sapphire stickers. I have a buttload of Sapphire stickers. If you have to ask, I'm not handing them out. This is all to the people who love the channel and know the deep cuts. Sapphire stickers, I will have them. Just ask for a Sapphire sticker, and I'll be happy to give you one.
Does it have the big dent on the side of it?
No.
You're
not supposed to see that. She's
with the
off camera right now.
It needs to be like authentic, right? So you need to put a big ass dent on the side of it.
Stop! You're
I
killing
thought
me.
you were going to say this. I thought you were going to say those stickers, and instead of using Bondo, you were going to
Right, just put stickers on it. Yeah.
All right,
Sure,
all right,
yeah.
for everybody.
Oh my god!
I want to see an HR 2.0 sticker on there.
If it would have been a truck, two things would have happened. Number one, they
Okay.
would have seen the damn thing. And number two, if they actually would have hit it, which would be less likely because you could actually see it, it probably would have disintegrated whatever car hit it.
Yeah, for everyone, after the last live stream we did on Friday, I told these guys to keep it quiet because I was still upset about it, and I still kind of am.
Just a car, Frank.
Walmart.
It's just a car, Frank.
I was in Walmart, and
just a shitty car.
I hate Mike. Look at this. I have a button that says mute. Oh my God! What happened? I was backing out of Walmart.
Cigar, Mike.
I was in the middle of the lane. I was going to go into drive, and another lady backed into my driver's quarter panel, and it's a little dent, but still it needs to be fixed. And I'm working with insurance to do that. Yes, I was in another altercation, and And that's why I wasn't on Jason's streams a couple Sundays ago, because it just happened. I was just furious, and I can't believe it happened again. I just got her back 2 months ago. Just got her back. She is right there. There's no hail right now, and the storms are just supposed to be rain tonight. So
it's not supposed to hail, I don't think.
no, I checked the forecast. If it was hail, then she'll be in the garage, and I'll be upstairs. But that's the background on it, and why they're giving me stuff, and I love it. I can't believe that happened. And I hate going to Walmart. I never go to Walmart because every time I go into Walmart, I find a new ding on the car, or something like this happens. So
You got to park far away next to all the RVers.
Mm-hmm. Well, this was like 10 in the morning at Walmart. There was no one there.
Doesn't matter. Still got to park way out at the far end.
You got it, exactly. Especially that guy who has that motorized device or electric device that can do like 100 carriages or something. And I've seen the guys near me. It's swinging like a noodle. They're not operating it straight. They've got too many carts on there. But I'm not going to tell the guy. Who am I? Who am I to tell him his job?
Yeah.
I see it happen every time. I've seen him hit the ice machines and what's that kiddie ride? The horse sometimes they have outside. I've seen him hit all the seasonal stuff outside of the building. They hit everything. But they got their safety vest on. So.
I don't like it. But she's going to get fixed again. It's just a small dent, and she's still drivable, so it's all good, I guess.
Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's just his fate trying to tell you that you need to drive a tank.
I do need a tank. That is the ultimate channel goal of Tank Radio, is to buy a tank.
Or some type of overland vehicle that can still be utilized for your day-to-day, but yet on the fly.
The overland vehicle is going to be this year. I'm thinking late summer, and I'm going to purchase that. Currently, I'm in the midst of redoing my master bathroom, so that's the main project that has my focus. And once that's complete, then I'll be looking for a 4x4 something. The runner right now is going to be a Jeep Grand Cherokee, probably early 2000. I'm looking forward to it. Mike, you just got a new car, right?
About a month and a half, 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
When did I get that? I got that sometime in March.
Yeah, the new K-Murder Exploder.
Yep. 2019 Ford Explorer XLT. Love it. Love
With
it.
no holes drilled.
Yeah, come on now.
Nope. Don't need to drill no holes.
You don't have not one hole? Come on.
If you watched my channel, you'd see how I installed them. I actually just moved the radios the other day. I moved them from the back of the car, and I put them under the seats and up front.
By the way, you were talking about doing the radio install and doing it on a piece of wood. You should have done it how Shane did it for Josh's truck. Put the wood under the carpet and then lock the radio mounts to that.
I love when people tell me what I should have done.
Well, hey,
you
Frank,
know what?
something?
I don't care what they think.
Oh, I know.
I did it the way I wanted to.
In the public safety world, we've been doing that for years. I'm just surprised the ham community. I hate to say, I assumed everybody was already doing that. It's a great idea. I just thought it overflowed automatically into the ham rig, especially when all these remote heads over the last 10, 15 years. I thought that was normal.
No.
I thought that was completely. I mean, I've been doing that for years.
Normal for some people.
Yeah, no, but again, this is why you don't assume, you know.
Izzo, I've seen some installs where they have 5 mag mounts, 10 radios, a bunch of couplers to get the antennas to all the radios, and they're just all sitting on the back seat of the car. Free roam. You get in an accident, they go flying.
Yeah, to each his own. Listen, I've seen some bad wiring jobs where I want to cry. You know, somebody is using like 18 gauge wire. But this is what I had, and they're running anywhere from 50 to 100 watts. Come on, that's kind of, I don't know. Hey, to each his own. Listen. It's like I don't say anything about an install that's bad. I'll just say good. I salute. I hope it works for you. That's great. It's like it falls in the category of I don't talk about wives, girlfriends, and installations. It's just don't go there.
Mike, apparently Paul says you could have used Velcro.
Yes, we were talking about that last night on the after chat on Josh's channel. Most of the comments on my install video where I used that piece of wood, everyone's like, put Velcro on it, put Velcro on. I'm like, you don't think I thought of that? I didn't want to. You do your radio install the way you want, and I'll do it the way that I want.
Mm-hmm.
If I want your opinion or your quest or your advice, I'll ask for it. I'm not a big fan of unsolicited advice.
There is a million ways to do it, and if it works, that's the correct way, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You do. It's like your cigars. You smoke your cigar, how you smoke it, how you cut it, how you light it. You do it your way.
Well, I even said in the first video I did when I just got the car and put the radios in, I'm like, I'm not putting the antenna here. I'm not putting it here. I'm not putting it here. I'm like, I want it on my fender. I'm not asking for your advice. I don't want your advice. Like, what do you think I got?
All the advice.
I still get advice to this day. Like some guy just today is like, you could put something on the. He's like Nagoya makes something you could put for the roof rack. I'm like, what part of I don't want it on the roof did you not understand? I want it here. So some people don't understand. I mean, I'm in a sales background, so my whole life I've been trained and have taught myself, teaching others. So when a customer comes in asking for something, you show them that. If you can upsell them, that's one thing, but
let's get back on topic here. What are we looking forward at Dayton? Do you think there's anything new coming out from Icom? I think Icom's going to officially announce a price point on their new amplifier. But what else do you think we're going to see new there?
I'm hoping Icom releases a new mobile radio, a new VHF UHF mobile radio.
I'd like to see that.
Yes.
I'd like to see that myself.
I mean, they're due for one, man.
Yes,
and
they
I would
are.
really
They're way
like
overdue
to have an Icom in my car.
If you had to speculate, do you think it's going to have the look of the 705, 905, maybe some? Do you think it's going to have that kind of a look? Or is that too big and boxy? Or do you think that's too big and boxy for a mobile?
I think what they wanted to do originally, before all the COVID crap happened, I think what they wanted to do was take the 5100 and upgrade it to a 5200. Because they had the ID51 HT and the 5100 mobile. And then they came out with the ID52 HT, which was delayed like a year because of COVID crap.
Right.
So I think what they will do is take the ID5100, add a color screen to it, maybe a couple of other things, and not APRS, and do an
definitely
ID
not APRS
5200. And I kind of hope that's what it is. Honestly, if they have a 5100 with a color screen and few more. I mean, I don't know what they could add to it really, but that the 5100.
I'm just gonna say, what do you add? It's already a great radio.
I run a 51. The 5100 is the main radio in my truck right now. I've been running it for years. Great radio. I love it. I would like to see a 5200, but yeah, I don't know. Is it going to be, because Icom's not going to add APRS for some who knows why reason. The 5100 already has Bluetooth capability. And D-Star. So I don't know what else they could add to it. Maybe they'll add a new band to it. Maybe they could add 1.2 gig or 220. I doubt it. I doubt that's what they're going to do. But I don't know. I don't know what they would
Funny
do.
you said that, because my 5100 I have in the ham shack is going to go in the new truck probably this late summer or fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already I don't even have the truck. I know what three I kind of want, but I'm already designing that center console area and looking at other guys and what they're using, the mounts. Again, what you do on the outside, just like what Mike just said, what you do on the outside applies right to the inside. I've heard so many people say, "Well, why don't you take your 2820 and move it here?" No, it's been sitting there. It's still running great. That's going to go in the shack, and we're just going to flip flop. But now, if I see now, like next week at this time, or 2 weeks from now, when you guys do your shows and you say breaking news, this is what Icom, I may have to redesign everything, which is or maybe do some revisions.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a VHF UHF mobile in Connecticut here, we have a great D-Star network, great group of guys. That radio has got to have D-Star for it. Again, everyone's needs are different.
It'll have D-Star. Yeah, it's Icom. It's going to have D-Star. It's going to have D-Star. It's not going to have APRS. It's going to have DPRS. Not that anyone cares about that. So what else what else could they do to it? I don't know. Honestly, all they really need to do is add 220. And because no one has a 220 radio, no one in Japan has a 220 radio right now.
Ooh.
So if they were to do that, they would dominate for a while. I mean, people are going to buy it regardless. It's an Icom radio. But
it's funny you said that. Kenwood did that back in the 90s.
So did Icom. So did Icom. Icom, Kenwood, and Yaesu have all had 220 radios in the past.
Mine were all separate 220 radios. I don't remember an Icom tri-bander. I remember the Kenwood.
Not a tri-bander. No, not a tri-bander.
You could pick your third extra module of what you wanted.
Yes.
And that and for the longest time, that had its merit in the marketplace. I think it did, but now times have changed.
Yeah.
Just for fun and giggles, you want a good tri-band radio. I'm using air quotes here. Your tri-band radio. TalkPod.
What is that?
TalkPod.
Oh, TalkPod. That's an HT though. No, the best tri-band mobile out right now is that Anytone.
And that's what I have in the car right now, and it's beautiful. I need to get a new mic for it. Something happened to I think it just got hot in the car too much, Texas, and some of the cable wrap for the hand mic is broken, and I don't want to strain the wires too much, so I haven't been on it that much. So I'm hoping to pick up a new mic at the Hamfest. Are we looking to get anything at the Hamfest?
Drunk.
That's Saturday. Troll Pub.
I'm just gonna get some videos. All I'm gonna get. I mean, if I find something that I was like, hey, that's cool, I might buy it. But I'm not specifically looking for anything. No.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to get one for me and one for a couple other people. And everyone should do this. Go to the Boy Scout booth by the front door, by the front entrance, and get your purple Bob Heil color lanyard.
Ooh.
Oh,
absolutely.
Do we know what building that will be in? It's usually in the prize building.
It's at the Boy Scout booth by the front entrance.
Okay.
As per earlier when I said it's in the Boy Scout booth by the front entrance. It's literally at the front entrance.
Okay. I'm going to have to look for that. I'm looking forward to it.
You can't miss it. If you go inside, you've gone too far.
My plans currently are Sunday. I will not be at the Hamfest Sunday. I got to fly out early. I messed up some scheduling things, and I got to be back in the DFW area for a family thing. So I'm leaving Sunday morning, so I won't be there Sunday. And that means also, since I'm leaving early, I'm not going to be able to drink as much at the Troll Pub. I'll be drinking responsibly.
You can.
No, I've been wasted on a plane one time, and it was terrible. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that being a fun time.
Oh man, the stewardess and the waitress, or the flight attendants, there we go, gave me a trash bag and I just sat in a row in the back all by myself. It was that bad. Oh, it was terrible. So I'm going to be drinking light, and I'll probably be taking off from the Troll Pub early. I think I said this earlier in the streams. Best place to meet me. I maybe said it in the chat there. I am going to be at the Toes Meetup. The Toes Meetup is going to be outside near, I forgot what area they said, but Toes Meetup is going to have
like right at the flagpole, isn't it?
Yeah,
usually?
It could be at the flagpole. The flagpole, noon on Saturday. I'm going to guarantee.
Be there.
Yes, noon Saturday. I'll be there, and we're going to have fun meeting up with the Toads, and I am looking forward to that.
What's that? Is that Happy Gilmore? It's like, and you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, you can count. That's nice.
I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. Come up, say hi. If I'm not in the middle of the interview, stop me as I'm walking. I might ask you to walk with me, and we're going to really enjoy it. It's going to be fun.
Yep. True.
One thing I learned early on with any ham fest with YouTubers is if you even if you walk up to them, walk with them if you want to keep talking, because we're all a very busy group.
If I'm headed somewhere, I'll tell you, hey man, I love to talk to you. Come on, walk with me. Walk and talk. And I've done that many of times. But majority of the time, if I'm not going anywhere, I'll stop and say hi. I love it when people pull me aside and I have a crowd. Carlos, I usually do this to Jason and Josh and Mike a couple times. I know where we're going, and they get a big crowd. I'll be like, I'll meet you there. And I was able to like sneak away, and then they get there 10, 15 minutes later, and I laugh at them. But now Carlos did it to me. We were walking back to Jason's trailer last Dayton, and he's like, I'm going to meet you at the trailer. I was like, no, you just pulled a Frank. You can't do that. But last Dayton, I was in that first building for 2 hours. Like it.
Easily.
It was 2 hours of just people just stopping me and saying hi, and I loved every minute of it. It's nothing bad. I love talking to everybody, and I got a Hamfest question I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be going around to all the YouTubers and also asking fans the Hamfest question, and I will put all of the YouTubers on camera that Sunday, and the fans will also be all on the audio podcast and maybe interleased in the Hamfest. So I'm looking forward to all that. Dude, I'm almost up to 90 current viewers. This is awesome. I love it.
Don says the Boy Scouts changed their name. What are they now?
Just Scouts of
the
America.
Boys and Girls Club of America.
Scouts of America.
Of inclusiveness, so we don't hurt anyone's feelings. Jesus Christ.
Ham Radio Prep is asking a question here, and I'm going to go ahead and read it best I can on the fly here. Question about more. Did mainly the group use GMRS to communicate with while there, or did y'all do anything else? We were on the ham vans there. We're on 14652. It's probably the one place we can actually be on 14652 to communicate on. What is our frequency? If we want to give it out here, it's
14648.
14648. That's where we'll be talking and listening and having fun over there.
Because there was some hot button topic discussion in a Discord I'm in about what frequency was actually being used. So it's been clarified multiple times now.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
146.
Yeah, 146. Say it again, Jason.
14648. Yeah, we changed it to 14648. So I think last year it was 14645. So this year it's 14648.
Cool. Man, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, also new at Dayton, I believe Alpha Antennas is announcing their new push-up mag mount that's supposed to cover all the HF bands.
I think so.
That's going to be new there. He did sneak preview it over at More Expo. and that's another thing new that's going to be announced.
Oh, and Frank, Paul clarified other groups. Were they using GMRS to communicate?
Oh yes. We had Bill had a GMRS radio on, I think, channel 19, and I eventually turned it down because I
didn't monitor any GMRS on that trip.
Yeah, because that was very active over on GMRS bands for the Overland.
That's surprising because I've monitored GMRS in an Overland show in the past, and I've found that it gets used very, very little. Those guys like to use it on the talk-in when they're driving in. Yeah,
really?
Not when they're at the show. They use it on the talk-in when they're driving in, but once they get parked and camped, they turn the radio off and don't pick it up again. So they're not radio nerds like we are, which is fine. But yeah, I've found GMRS during an Overland show gets used very little. So I didn't even monitor it this time.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have, but I didn't.
We were listening to it at camp, and I grabbed the radio a couple of times and jumped on it and had some fun with people.
Yeah.
The one group they're driving in on what day we got in? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. When the campground opened up on Thursday, they're trying to figure out where they're going to camp. I'm like, man, we came here yesterday. We got our site. I don't know what y'all took so long to get here. And they're like, we got regular admission.
Yeah, I remember hearing those guys, but again, they were talking when they were driving in, not after they got there. So.
See, I would have lost it back, because I thought you would have told me similar to a ham radio talking that's used for various ham.
I would have.
Hey guys,
the first ever show I went to, that's what I was expecting, and no, they don't use it.
Maybe at the top of the hour, hey, just a reminder, so and so is down here. Go check them out. Food is over here. Here's some weather updates, or I kind of bring it all. I guess maybe they don't need to do that then. Maybe they don't need to bring that all together then.
Yeah.
Hey, God bless you then.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be amazing, and we're going to have some fun. And that's interesting what you were saying about the trailer, Jason. I'm kind of sad that it's not going to make it out, but I understand. But of all this rain we're getting, man, it's kind of insane.
You might never see it again. So
it might be an arc.
Sank in the swamps of sadness.
Jason's arc.
No. As soon as it gets repaired, it's getting traded in.
Well, I'm always looking forward to bigger and better things. Are you going to get that van, or are you going to get another trailer?
You know what? You're going to have to watch my Unplugged channel to make that determination.
Let me tell you something. Every time... Go ahead. I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
What?
Plug your channel.
Plug your channel,
Jason.
Oh, Unplugged.
Unplugged?
Yeah, Unplugged.
Drop it in the chat.
I'll drop it in there.
Yeah.
It's spelled wrong.
It is spelled wrong on purpose.
On purpose? Are you sure?
Yeah, but if you typed Unplugged spelled properly, you wouldn't come up.
No, you wouldn't. That's true.
You didn't have a Frankism going by when you're trying to do that?
No, it's Unplug, UNPLUG, :D. Unplugged.
I'm just going to keep the stream going until we finish our cigars.
Unplugged, the way it's properly spelled, was already taken.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it. I also have another channel called Restored, RESTORE, :D. And when I finally start to pull my 1978 F-150 out of the garage and rebuild it, which if it wasn't for the rain, I would have already done that this month. Well, I had a lot of traveling in April, so I was going to try to do it in May. I would have done some last week. But anyway, once I finally get that rolling, I'm going to make videos and put it over there.
Hey, Jason, for somebody who doesn't want to go to the trailer route or the teardrop design, they want to do the van. Between you and I watch, Stranger Palooza, who's the other guy? 3 Alarm. Is there one particular? Is Mercedes the way to go, or is there another? Or there's a couple of different manufacturers to consider?
Mercedes is absolutely the way to go if you have more money than time, like Kyle does. So Kyle should be buying a Mercedes.
Fair statement. That's a very fair statement.
Yeah,
very fair.
The Mercedes Sprinter vans are freaking awesome. but you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
So Ford makes one called a Transit, and Dodge makes one called a ProMaster. And I've always been a Ford guy, but I like the look and feel of the Dodge ProMaster a little bit better. But if you look eBay, Auto Trader, whatever, for Ford Transit, not a Transit Connect. The Transit Connect is the mini version. It's kind of like the Bronco Sport. You don't want that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ford Transit, not the Connect, or Dodge ProMaster. That's that style of what I call Sprinter van that's made by Ford and Dodge, and those are actually they're just as popular as the Mercedes, in my opinion. You see just as many of those out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Mercedes are top notch. They are absolutely top quality. But all the Elecraft guys drive Mercedes, and then all of us Icom and Yaesu guys would probably get the Ford or the Dodge. So,
And what's your opinion? Is that a 10-year lifespan vehicle, you think?
I'm at 101 viewers.
Right?
Woo!
105.
105.
Hang on,
Oh
let
my
me-
God, that's awesome.
Let me close my window.
Right.
That's awesome. Yes, Jason, continue, please.
You know what? Probably so, Don. I've seen some that are older than. I mean, there's guys driving around in 1970s hippie Volkswagen vans that they've restored and done up, and they look really cool. So yeah, probably. I mean, it's just a matter of what you want to. That style of van has not existed for very long when you compare it to like vehicles as a whole. I mean, there's a lot of guys who are driving around in like mid to late 90s Econoline vans with the 7.3 liter diesel, because that engine will last forever. There's a Chevy and a Dodge equivalent. The Dodge obviously is a Cummins. I don't think the Chevy lasts as long because it's Chevy, but it's there's guys driving around in like older style vans and doing that kind of thing too. But 10 years is honestly, I think 10 years is probably the minimum. I mean, like, this is 2024. If you go get it, like, there's a lot of guys driving around like 2012, 2014, 2016 vans from Mercedes Sprinter and Mercedes, Ford, and Dodge. I was just looking at ProMaster vans last night on Facebook Marketplace, and there's anywhere from like 2010 or 2011 up to like 2020, 2021, and you can get them in various conditions. 150,000 miles, 250,000 miles, decked out fully or completely gutted or anything in between. So I want to build one. I want to build one. I want to get and I'm probably going to go, if I had to make a decision right now today, I'd say Dodge ProMaster is the way I want to go.
Nice.
And I want to build one, and I want to get one that's gutted, or get one that I can gut very easily. It doesn't have much in the back. And then I want to get, and there's templates that you can buy or build or get online that say, okay, if you want to do this build out and have these things, or you want to do this, and then you build it yourself. And I'm like, I think that would make for a really cool series of videos. So that's something I want to do on my other channel that I just shared the link of. But yeah, you can. And once I get that done, that's going to be my Hamfest vehicle. I'm going to take that all to Hamfest.
Yeah. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're going to Dayton. Let's see how many of y'all are going. I'm looking forward to that, Jason. That would be fun.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be enjoyable. It'll be fun. It'll be one of those things. My wife's like, she's like, well, what are you going to do with another vehicle? I'm like, well, honestly, once you build it and build it out, I probably want to do it twice. Once you buy one that's gutted, you build it out, you do this, and then you make all these decisions for it. You put the stuff here and there. You make the decision about which battery you want, solar panel, which, this kind of thing, where you want this laid out. You get it all put together and get it done. Okay? And you're like, oh, I spent money on this I shouldn't have, or I didn't buy this and I wish I had that, or I wish this was in a different spot. And then you sell the thing because now it's worth more money than it was when you bought it. Now, maybe your investment is because you're going to have to pay a lot of money to build it out. So maybe you may or may not make money on it, but at least you can sell the thing because there's high demand for those right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then you buy another one, and you do it the way that you want it.
Thank you, Mike.
So you do one as like a trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like a go box. It's
Yeah.
like a go box.
Like a go box. Yeah, totally. So, I mean, I think it'd be fun to do that, just to do it. If I had a van, if I had time between now and our Yellowstone trip, I would absolutely drive a van to Yellowstone.
That's only a couple months away, man.
Yeah, but I don't have time for that. I'm gonna take my time. I want to do it right. I want to get one. Well, I'm not going to buy a vehicle now, but maybe this summer. But I want to buy. I want to buy one. I want to do it right. I want to make sure the engine is in, make sure the engine is sound. Take it to the body shop and fix anything that might be wrong with it, and then do the build out and do a series of videos with the build out, and do a series of videos running all the wiring. Say, well, we got to have this. We got to have power poles here. We got to have solar connections here. We got to have 12 volts here, and here.
The dressing is so important
because people, van people, they don't think it. They're like, oh, I want 110 and everything, so they want inverters everywhere. That's fine, okay. I want my frickin' radios in the back and the front of the van.
Are you going to take 30 minutes just to do a wire connector?
No, I will not take 30 minutes to do a wire connector.
There's a joke somewhere in there, I think.
I think he's digging on Kyle.
I am.
Well, Mike has a new car, and he took it out to the Eclipse, and he's kind of doing a off-roading 4x4 serendipitously with his new car. Is that a 4x4, Mike? I know you're busy getting ready here for us. Did we lose him? Oh, look at all that!
Yeah, I had to put my chair in the car there.
That'd be a perfect chair for Frank to steal. Notorious of grabbing.
There may not be a couple guns with me too, so you never know.
At least a couple.
So, are you planning on doing any more conversions or upgrades for your car for a 4x4 for overlanding, Mike?
No. How am I going to make a 2-wheel drive a 4-wheel drive?
Oh.
You buy a kit?
Yeah, no.
You buy a kit?
Nope, no interest in that whatsoever.
It's a thing.
But you were at the Eclipse sleeping in the back with an air mattress. That
yeah.
What happened to that air mattress?
Satan may have poked a hole in it. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Great Satan, did you poke a hole in the mattress there? Yep, sure did. A little booger. Here, say hi to the 100 and so people watching.
I got 109 Satan.
Mwah.
Kitty.
Ham Radio Prep Paul. Buy a 4x4. I am. It's on the list this coming summer. I'm looking forward to it. Mike's done with his cigar. I'm getting kind of close. How are you doing, Izzo?
Halfway, but it's still early for me.
Still early for you.
8:30 here. It's 8:30 on the East Coast. I don't go to bed until 11:30, 12 o'clock. So.
Wow.
Remember, Frank, he's on Clubhouse schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is what I do every night. And in another week or so, this tent's going to come down. It's going to get washed, dried out, put away. And then we'll be...
What tent do you have? Because that's a famous tent. The Eskimo tent? How do you wash it?
The Eskimo, I turn it on its side, or else I get inside, put on my bathing suit, and I spray it. And I just listen. Cigar smoking is going to leave a residue. It's a natural thing. It is what it is. But I just want to clean it up, and I've been doing it now every year. It just seems to take care of it. The outside, I'll just spray it again for the. It's a tonneau cover, helps keep the rain from not coming in, penetrating. It's just 30 minutes of maintenance continues the longevity of this investment. And this was not an expensive thing by any means, but I don't feel like buying another one. I'd rather buy other stuff.
I agree.
I take care of it. So I take care of it. Like I said, just let it air dry for a day or two. And accordion, again, it's a basic and accordion. Now for the summer, I got the clam. That's a screened-in octagon.
Ooh.
To keep the bugs out.
Yep.
So I can operate. And then yesterday from Amazon, I got one of these little tarp designs off the back of the pickup truck, so I can sit off the tailgate, just enough to keep the sun off.
Nice.
That's all.
Nice.
That's all. I'm not looking for no foo-foo air conditioning and make this into the plaza. No. We're here to operate in the wild, but I just want the sun off of me. I have one of those $5 umbrellas that goes up. It doesn't do it. I've tried every type of clamp, clamp it here, clamp it there. They all fall down after a while. I wanted it just was like $80 on Amazon. So I just wanted something simple. Yeah, kitty.
Satan's taking over the stream.
It is now Satan's stream.
Yes. It always was. Right?
Mm-hmm. The tail
Show
up.
the world your butt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But no, Frank, pretty sure, like I said, next week or so, the patio furniture will be out, and then in the fall, I'm tearing down the deck, and we're just going to build a brand new deck. It's
Ooh, me and my brother did that a couple of years ago on my patio or deck, and I wanted just to replace a couple of boards, and that turned out to replacing everything. So
yeah, that's the same thing here. And for what I looked at, I said, no, we're going to do a demo and start off fresh and give it another 25 years of service. And then by then I'll be so old, who cares?
Love it. My next project at the house here would be the deck. I am going to cover the deck. I'm going to use the same guys Jason did, and I'm going to have a deck cover so I can be outside when it's raining or anything and be amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you guys go with some type of awning system?
No, this will be a full-blown kind of pseudo extension to the house. That is just I'm gonna have the regular tiles or roofing stuff on the top, and it's gonna be nice. And I might put out a TV in there. Who knows? And I need to invite y'all over more, because that would be fun just to have and hang out on my patio. And Izzo, man, brother, anytime you can get down here.
It's going to be a couple years. Like I said, let me just get my youngest out. Let me get him get going with his university stuff, and then my time. And then I'm going to have the opportunity to retire. That's why I'm looking at all you guys and what you're doing for overland stuff. Because I got to make a conscientious decision. Age is going to be a factor. Price is going to be a factor. Am I going to retire at 65, or am I going to hold out for another year or two to pad my pension so I can continue to buy and have? There's a lot of equations in this mix of what do I do, and I don't want to buy something with good intentions and just have it sit there and not get to use it. That's it. To me, that's a sin, and I've done that with other things in my life, and I don't like that. So now that I've gotten older, I've become a little wiser to it, but I still feel I'm still young. 65 is still young. As far as I'm concerned, I want to play until I'm like 80, 85. And then after that, you guys can tell me what button to push or turn it on for me. But until then, I'm still young enough. I'm a young guy.
TC Fitz, man, thank you for the super chat. And he says, happy Sunday. Appreciate it. This is the best. Man, if I had any choice, this will be my Sunday every Sunday.
SKT, you're right. That may happen to me. I may have all the time, but no money.
Frank,
who cares, man?
Frank, I'm going to drop off.
We have the basics.
Before you go, Jason, I'm going to highlight you, where we can find more about you and what's going on your channels.
Ham Radio 2.0 is my main channel. Unplugged, UNPLUG:D is my RV channel. I want to start doing some more RV stuff quite a bit, so we'll see how that goes. We're leaving for Hamvention Tuesday morning. Drive out Tuesday, most of the way on Tuesday, and get there on Wednesday. We'll be doing a live stream from the campsite on Wednesday, maybe from inside the trailer if it's raining. We'll see. But we'll be doing a live stream on Wednesday, and then Thursday's like setup day. We'll be walking around doing stuff. I know N8YO did team replay. He's in the chat right now. He did team replay on the happy hour the other night. He texted me this morning and said that he's planning on hitting up the Air Force Museum on Thursday.
Ooh.
So I know that there's one or two or three or maybe a few people that want to go to the Air Force Museum on Thursday. So I might tag along with that. I would like to go see 4 Days in May and go to the Swap Fest or whatever the heck they call it there after 4 Days in May on Thursday night. And then Hamvention this weekend, Troll Pub Saturday night. start the drive home back on Sunday afternoon. So
Awesome.
about it. So I will have a new video premiering pretty much every day this week.
Oh.
So doing an extra push for LDG sponsoring some videos for Hamvention on my channel. So doing an extra push for them, and then that includes the live stream on Wednesday. So and then be recording videos the whole time I'm there.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining, Jason. I appreciate it. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up here.
Everyone, bring your cigars to Dayton.
Yes.
We'll figure out a place to smoke them. So
I love it.
Yeah. In fact, I'm probably going to bring the gazebo. I was thinking about doing that anyway, but if it's going to be raining, maybe I'll bring the gazebo. We can sit in the gazebo and smoke.
I love this idea.
You had it field day?
Yeah.
Field day, Moore Expo.
We used that at the Moore Expo. It was cold outside, so we lined up chairs around the inside of the gazebo and had the door open and had a propane fire pit ring in the middle, and it was warm in there. It was almost hot.
Who got that awesome picture of us with all the shadows?
I don't know.
Digital
it was like you'd go outside, it was cold, you walk in, you're like, holy crap, it's warm in here. Nice. And that was with the door open. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be cold in Dayton, I don't think. But if it's raining, that might be a cool place to hang out if it's raining. So maybe
Well, thank you for joining, Jason. I appreciate it. Mike, you're next. Where can we find more about you?
And on Ham Radio Tube, on Satan Tube. Really, dude? There, let's get his butt in the shot.
Love it. I love every minute of it.
He keeps hitting the button to go to speaker view. He has become bored of this live stream and is venturing on to other things now. Yeah, Ham Radio Tube. It's where you can find me. It's Ham Radio on YouTube. Ham Radio Tube.
Nothing fancy.
No. It's a lot more creative than K and MRD radio stuff.
Thank you for joining, Mike. I appreciate it. Frank, man, you're next. Where can we find more about you?
You can find me over at Ham Radio Wilderness with Frank, KG6NLW. Just throw the call sign in there and you're good to go. Got a video coming up on Tuesday before Ham Radio Clubhouse, and I live stream every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central, for the Northern California SwapNet, which is hosted on the local 2-meter machine here in the Sacramento Valley.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
Izzo,
the guy I need to meet up sometime. What can we find more about you and what's going on anything you're doing?
Clubhouse, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central every single Tuesday. We're there with a cigar, hanging out with the boys, talking radio, shenanigans, non-radio, whatever happens. Catch me on Twitter, or X, Smoke Signals RF. Got some new Potaflex cable came in. The storm has been. I was watching the storm values today, kind of dropping, very encouraging. I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday. I think they're calling for heavy rain on Wednesday, so I think I want to hit a park or two on Tuesday and play with this new feed line and a few other toys that came in. So, put me in your ham alert. Whiskey 1 Foxtrot Yankee Golf, and I can't wait. Hey, listen, for everyone going to the show, thank you. Have a fun, safe trip. Don't call me for any bail money. I just spent a whole bunch of money on I might be able to Venmo you a little bit, all right? But no, seriously, have a fun time. And I can't wait to hear all of everyone's adventures over, like I said, when you guys get back, you relax, you get a good night's sleep in your own bed, and then you start throwing up some videos. I can't wait to see everything. So thank you. I appreciate everything that you all do. Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Izzo. I appreciate it.
And real quick, I second Izzo's comment about Dayton. Unfortunately, I'm not making it this year, but maybe next year. We'll see what happens.
There's always next year. Always next year. You never have to apologize for not making it out. We'll just look forward to seeing you next year.
Well, it's a long way from up here in Northern California when you work all the time.
And thank you all for joining. Hold on real fast to you guys. I'm Frank, KG5AHJ. I'm not trying to blow you all out. There we go. I'm Frank, KG5AHJ. AG5AHJ, and thank you for joining. If you want to support me, you can go ahead and head over to any of your podcaster apps. Go ahead and search Tank Radio, and then good chance that you'll find me. And there is two audio podcast drops that are not on YouTube. It's Texas Hams, where I gather all the Texas Hams together, and we just talk about back channel stuff. It's kind of like the Clubhouse, but it's with the Texas group. And then the other one is my Tank Commanders live stream, or my Tank Commanders meetings. They usually release a month out. But if you want to know what's going on currently and you want to interact with me, go ahead and become a Patreon member. The link's in the description below, and I'm seeing a fly trying to get on my lens there. And also the same thing.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Where's my bug assault gun? Then you'll also be invited. Support me through Patreon, support me through YouTube memberships, and super chats are always welcome. Y'all have been amazing. Y'all in the chat, thank you for joining. And everyone on stream, y'all are awesome. And say bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Hi, everybody.
Go forth and conquer. See you at Dayton.
I will not.
All right, and we're out.
I was going to say don't end it just so